You can teach a dog to sniff out truffles in a matter of weeks, but to train a really good truffle dog, one that consistently works with you season after season in all kinds of conditions, that takes years. And even then, only if you put in the work. In this video, we'll examine what that work looks like by following Jessie the Lagotto, now entering her third summer of truffle hunting. Here's Jessie. This year she's really coming into her own. She's really fast. She found this before the other dogs, more experienced dogs. Once again, Jessie has bravely volunteered to be the guinea pig to show the process of truffle dog training in real life. So if you're teaching your dog, or if you're feeling stuck, watching Jessie might help you see where you are and where you could be heading. First of all, I think it's important to know that early wins don't really count for much. Jessie found truffles when she was very young. She has always been a quick learner and always been nose-driven. But when we took her into the forest, she was unstable to say the least. If she didn't find a truffle immediately, she would just switch off and run off. This could be to chase scents or to dig mouse holes, basically anything but to get down to work. Now, of course, this is entirely normal. A young dog might know what a truffle is and it might know what a truffle smells like, but that doesn't mean that they're ready to start work. So, early successes don't necessarily equal readiness. The second point I wanted to talk about were the pros and cons of having your dog eat truffles. Now, from when she was a puppy, we gave Jessie truffles to eat. This is something that hunters do. There's a belief that truffle eaters make better truffle hunters. They seem to be a lot more invested. But this edge in truffle hunting does come at a cost. And for the first year, we lost a lot of truffles. We have Jessie hunting off-leash and she's pretty fast. So most of the time it was a race to see who got to the truffle first, and of course Jessie usually won. This year though, she no longer eats them.
Oh, thank you, Jessie. Good girl. Thanks, Jess. Give her a snack.
And I think that's down to maturity. And with that maturity has come better communication. Jessie has slowed down just enough to pay attention to what it is I want from her.
Jessie, where is it?
You'll see that she pauses and she looks at you. Sometimes she'll even come to find me to report back on something. Okay. Good girl, Jessie. Unfortunately here there's no training tips that I can give you. It's all a question of time and repetition. Back to the eating truffles, because a lot of people ask about this. As I said, Jessie rarely eats truffles now, or at least the truffles that we want to keep. All of our dogs will eat the dried up truffles or the rotten ones that we just throw back.
This is rotten, so we're going to put this back in the ground.
And for a long time I couldn't work out how they knew the difference.
Oh, well, there's Jessie just digged it up. They will eat truffles. They've been trained to eat truffles as puppies, but they will only eat the ones that they know we don't want. I don't know how that's worked out for us, but it has. And then I realised that we'd taught them to without actually meaning to. When we dig up a truffle, we will inspect it on the spot. If it's no good, we break off any soft bits and leave them behind. And the same with immature truffles, we'll put them back in the ground. So I think that what's happened is this. Over time, the dogs have worked out that those truffles are there for the taking. I always find it fascinating that there's another level of training going on, one that we're not purposefully carrying out. It's just something that they learn when you work side by side over time. Good girl, Jessie.
Maturity changes the whole game. Jessie is 3 now, and she's still very excitable and she's still very intense. But it's a far more focused intensity.
Jessie, bravo, bravo Jessie. Bravo Jessie, bravo. Bravo.
Bravo, Jessie.
Bravo.
Bravo.
Bravo Jessie, bravo. Hey Alan, Thomas, yeah?
Her chaotic energy is still there, but it's directed. And you can see this in how much longer she works and how much more thoroughly she searches compared to what she was like last year. Now, when Jessie's on a scent, she just won't give up. She'll dive into brambles, she'll throw herself into bushes, often losing clumps of fur in the process.
they're just so cute.
I have to be careful sometimes with Jessie's energy and find that I have to manage her so she doesn't get injured. But at least these days I don't have to keep calling her back all the time.
Jessie!
Anyone who's training a dog knows that the progress is never linear. And the same with Jessie. There were weeks, sometimes even months, where we seemed to be going backwards. And I think this can be especially frustrating for some people because the Lagotto has this reputation as a natural truffle hunter. But it's not like you just plug them in and they start working. They have all the instincts, but these instincts still need a lot of shaping. Repetition is the mother of learning. And I think that's what training a truffle dog is. It's not one breakthrough moment, but 1,000 quiet repetitions. The same woods, the same drills, the same cues, season after season after season. So how long does it take to train a truffle dog? Most people overestimate how hard it is to teach the dog to find the scent and underestimate everything else that comes after. It's not about finding one truffle.
Yeah, Jessie, give it here, Jessie. Good girl, good girl. Thank you, Jessie.
It's about training a dog that works with you, reliably, calmly and consistently, across different landscapes, different seasons and different distractions. And the time it takes is exactly how long it takes you to build trust, clear communication and consistency with your dog. You'll see signs of progress every season, but if you can put in the work and the daily repetitions, and if you can deal with the setbacks and the disappointments, it takes around 4 years until you have a highly trained, highly reliable truffle dog. And I think that Jessie is nearly there.